All right, I want to give a real quick update on what I did since the last night. Now, I know I had said that I was going to give this a long shot try with this belt and this sprocket. Well, I ended up deciding to go out and get a big pair of pliers, right? To hold down on that belt because I knew it was never going to get tight enough. It actually worked. I had a little bit of help here. There's a helper. You can see it holding my breaker bar. That's what I needed. I needed a breaker bar. Ratchet wasn't gonna do it. I got one more to get to, and of course the camshaft itself, the gear, the camshaft gear. But we'll keep you posted as we go along. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. All right, YouTube, real quick update. Great news. Both of these sprockets, came off, right? And they did that using that trick that I showed you with the old timing belt and a big pair of pliers, right? Look at these monsters. I had to specifically go get these just for this job. But the only other option was this universal pulling tool that was probably not going to work for me. I'm sorry, holding tool. That was probably not going to work. I had looked and it just didn't look like it was going to fit in those little grooves here, these things here. Supposedly these universal pulling tools will fit in there and lock in place. Well, I didn't need that. All we needed was the belt, big wrench, big pair of pliers. You hold it in place with the pliers and the belt, and then you use your ratchet or breaker bar to break the nut. So in this case, we got both sprockets off of there. And then there's the only thing that's holding this on is just 2 bolts, and it's just a plate. It's just the back timing cover. And then you can get in here, and then there they are. There's the seals. Now, I was looking at this one. The seals in this didn't look bad. It didn't look like they were leaking, but it's hard to tell without, there's no oil in there for it to leak out. So even if they are leaking, it's really hard to tell. The fact that I'm already here this far into the engine and it's already tore apart makes me want to change them anyway, no matter how difficult it really is, because we're here, man. I mean, why not, right? I had the seals and we're here, and it would be stupid not to do it now. And once the car is back together, it's good for another 200,000 miles, right? So what I'm going to do is take this cover off right here. There's one of the bolts, and then there's another one below that or behind it. I'm going to take a closer look at that seal. We're going to see if that seal's leaking. And regardless, we're probably gonna change these seals. Now, what I think I'm gonna do is there's a special tool that we're gonna get, another special tool, right? Every step in this process requires a special tool, it feels like. So we're gonna get another special tool, one that supposedly removes these seals real easy. And then there's another special tool that presses them back in, the new seals. You have to press them in, apparently. So good times are in store for us in the future. And there's going to be more money down the drain for tools we're only going to use once. But you know what? That makes good content, right? All right, guys. Matt here at Midnight Motorworks. The sun is going down and I am coming up. So let's get this party started. I think where I've left off at was I had gotten the back timing cover off of the right camshaft. I still got to do the left. So I don't think I showed you exactly the process of doing that. So I'm going to show you. This is real easy. And I like things that are really easy. So I don't even know what I was talking about. But I do need an 11. So let's see here. What do we got? 13, 12, 11. No, I needed 12. I'll tell you what. I'm going to come back when I find my 12, and we'll keep going. All right, guys. Hey, it's been a minute since I did a video, and I'm sorry about that. I just really haven't had the time lately. I'm sorry. But let me give you an update on where we're at since I last did anything. Now, I had said, oh, I'll be back in when I get that 12, right? Well, it's been a week, and I got the 12. I got that cover off in the back there, and then we were left with the seals. We were left with trying to pull those seals out. Now, I ended up getting a special tool to pull those out. It's a Lyle, I believe. Maybe not, but either way, it's a seal puller. Unfortunately, I forget, but I believe it's a Lyle seal puller. But here it is, right? It has like a little hook on it, and how it works is it hooks in to the seal, like it slides under and it hooks in, and then this little silver thing acts as like a lever, a peg or something. So you press this way and it's supposed to pop it out, right? Now, I say it's supposed to do that because in practice, it's actually really, really hard. You have to take this thing, you have to screw it out so that you actually have the room to get under there. And then you have to maneuver this thing around, adjust it, at least I had to get it the right sort of position. And then to actually get it under the seal, I had to do all kinds of maneuvering. It was not easy. I ended up scoring the seal up pretty bad the first time, and the second time was a little easier. Unfortunately, I did not get footage of this, and I apologize. I started it, and once I started, I just didn't want to finish because it was so difficult. And the tool didn't work the way I expected it to. I thought it would be way easier than what it was. These seals are extremely difficult to get out, and they're tough. They're not very soft at all. Anyways, that was my mistake. So those are the camshaft seals. They're both out. The other one's up here. And even with the specialized seal puller itself, this thing, even with this, I still had a very difficult time. Actually, I want to show you something, if I can. Let me look and see if I still have it laying on the ground anywhere. I don't believe I can see it, but this tool, the specialized tool, this thing, it comes with two of these blades. It comes with two of these. And the first time, I was not expecting that seal to be so tough, and I broke my first blade. So this is my replacement, the second blade that this tool comes with. Anyways, I got this off of from O'Reilly's. They shipped it out the next day. They had the best price on this tool. I do believe it's a Lyle, but I could be wrong. But it's a seal puller, specifically for my seals, or seals like them, from what I can gather, because this is what came up when I searched for the seal puller, camshaft seal puller for my car. This is it. Anyways, we're going to set that off to the side. We're going to need that one more time. We're going to need it for the crankshaft. Now, let me go down and show you the crankshaft. still has to be taken care of. This big sprocket, I can't get it off. That's where I'm at right now. That's where we're at. We can't get this off. I've tried pulling on it. I've tried prying on it from behind, but it's stuck. Now, everything that I've seen seems to suggest that gear ought to just come off of there. Maybe not just like right away, but I haven't seen anything that tells me that I need a special tool or that I have to resort to a gear puller. So we're not going to go there yet. We're not going to go that route yet. We're going to try a couple different things. One of them maybe is just to get a good pair of gloves that give me like, you know, good grip and really give them a good pull with both hands. Back and forth, sort of rock it back and forth. Because everything I've seen seems to suggest that thing should just come off. But, you know, you never know. We might have to resort to more drastic measures. So I'm going to, we're going to try that with the gloves, and I might maybe film me failing at that spectacularly, and then we'll go to something else. So let's try that. All right, Matt here, Midnight Motorworks. I believe the last video I filmed, I had shown sort of how the seal puller worked theoretically, right? And it was sort of this device here, right? Now I didn't show you what the camshafts look like with the seals out of them. So this is what they look like with the seals out of them, right? You can see that there's a pretty big space in there that those seals took up. And they're going to be tight going back in. They're not just going to slide right back in. They're going to be tight. We're going to have to push them. And I believe we might have to buy or make a special seal pusher to get them in there. And the same goes with the crankshaft. Now, the crankshaft is still on the, now the crankshaft sprocket is still on the crankshaft, and that needs to come off. Currently, that is our problem, and we have tried grasping at it with various different implements and didn't really have much luck. My next plan of attack is going to be coming at it from the back with a couple screwdrivers, sort of trying to pry it one side and then the other, wiggle it back and forth, and then maybe it'll come out like the left side then the right side, and then work it back and forth. And if it starts to come out while I'm doing that, then I'll hurry up and grab the camera and I'll start to film it. But if I don't have any luck, then we'll move on to the next thing. And one thing I will say is this thing here had to be loosened up for this sprocket to come out. I believe it was a 12 millimeter. And this sprocket was not going to come out unless this was loosened up. I think it's some kind of a sensor. I don't think there's any harm in taking that off. But like I said, all the videos I've found have made it seem like this thing should just slide right off. So I haven't had much luck with that. Maybe you will. Maybe yours will just come right off. But then again, I had better luck with my pulley, right? My crankshaft pulley, just the bolt just come right off. And from what I understand, those suckers can be really hard. So I got lucky there, but then I got screwed over with the sprocket. So one or the other, right? Anyways, we'll get it figured out, and when we do, we'll film it. All right. Oh, snap, crackle, pop, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I have finally done it. Okay, so remember how I was saying that I wanted to get that sprocket off, and I was basically fighting the sucker. I couldn't pull it off with my hands. So I said I would try prying it with some flat screwdrivers. And if I got it, right, I would show you. Well, I got it, guys, and I'm going to show you how I got it, because this sucker did not want to come off. Now, I had to poke at it and prod at it for quite some time, at least a half an hour of just gentle persuasion. I would go to the left, I would go to the right. I would work it with, I had 2 screwdrivers, both of them were flat, both of them were fairly thin and small, and I was able to get them squeezed in there. You can see one right there to the left, or to the right here, yeah. And then the other one was right here. So I was just going back and forth, prying, back and forth, and finally that sucker popped loose. It just popped loose, just literally a minute ago. And it's ready to pull off of there. So I'm going to show you guys that. But before I do, I wanted to show you that that I have it on top dead center. You want to keep it on top dead center. Even after all of this tomfoolery, you want to make sure that it stays at TDC. So see that mark right there? That little triangle? It should line up with another one directly behind my screwdriver. It's man, it's back behind my screwdriver. But yeah, they line up. That's why you can't see it, because I'm at TDC. There's a little marker right behind my screwdriver. And I think if you go hunt down some of my earlier vids, you'll see it in there. But if not, I will move the screwdriver so you guys can get a better look at it. Anything for you guys, right? Hold on. There. Can you see it? Wait. Oh my gosh, you still can't see it, can you? Let's see what I can do here. Hold on. Yeah, I can see it. See it? I see it. We're at TDC, guys. I can see it. If you can't see it, you're blind. All right. Yeah. So let's pull that sprocket off and get that seal out of there, guys.